In a famous study of self-made millionaires, researchers found that 2/3 of them never earned a six-figure salary in any single year of their careers. How did they build wealth? They followed a simple strategy: save consistently, invest consistently, and increase contributions whenever income grew. No complicated trading, no risky speculation, just a system that turned time into wealth. Why do some people build wealth almost automatically while others struggle with money for decades? They might earn similar salaries, work similar jobs, yet over time their financial lives move in completely different directions. One person's savings grow steadily, investments expand, financial stress slowly fades. The other person keeps starting over, saving a little, spending it, trying again. What's the difference? It's not intelligence or luck, it's a strategy. A simple saving strategy that quietly builds wealth in the background while most people stay stuck reacting to their finances month after month. The strategy is surprisingly simple. Save consistently, invest consistently, increase contributions whenever income grows. That's it. No complicated trading, no risky speculation, just a system that turns time into wealth. But before we talk about the strategy itself, we need to understand something important. Most people treat saving as something optional. They save when there's extra money left at the end of the month. The problem is that extra money rarely appears because spending naturally expands. Groceries cost a little more, subscriptions add up, small conveniences appear, and suddenly the extra money disappears. This is why many struggle with saving. They treat saving as the final step in their financial process. Wealth builders treat it as the first step. Instead of saving what remains after spending, they spend what remains after saving. This reversal changes everything. Imagine someone earning $4,000 per month. If they wait until month's end to save, the outcome might be rent $1,500, food $600, transportation $400, entertainment $400, other expenses $900. By the end, almost nothing remains. Saving becomes inconsistent. Now, imagine the same income with a different structure. The moment the paycheck arrives, $500 automatically moves into savings or investments. Now, the remaining budget is $3,500. Rent, $1,500. Food, $600. Transportation, $400. Entertainment, $400. Other expenses, $600. The lifestyle adjusts around the saving habit. This adjustment happens quickly. Humans are incredibly adaptable. Once a financial structure becomes routine, it begins feeling normal. This is why automation is so powerful. Automatic transfers remove the need for daily discipline. The system operates regardless of mood, stress, or distractions. And once the system runs consistently, something remarkable begins happening. Your savings grow, but more importantly, your investments begin compounding. Compounding is the force that transforms consistent saving into significant wealth. It works like a snowball rolling downhill. At first, the snowball is small. Growth feels slow, but as it collects more snow, it grows faster. Money behaves the same way. At the beginning, your contributions create almost all the progress. But over time, your money begins generating additional money, interest appears, investment returns accumulate, dividends are reinvested, and suddenly your balance begins increasing faster than your contributions alone. Let's look at an example. Someone invests $300 per month into a diversified index fund, earning an average annual return of 8%. After 10 years, they might have around $55,000. After 20 years, around $175,000. After 30 years, around $450,000. But here's where it gets interesting. During the early years, almost all growth comes from deposits. Later, growth comes increasingly from returns. The money itself begins doing the work. This is why time is the most important ingredient in wealth building. The earlier someone starts investing, the more powerful compounding becomes. Even people who start later can benefit from this strategy, because the key isn't perfection, it's consistency. Many delay investing because They believe they need large amounts of money. But consistency matters far more than size. Someone investing $200 every month for decades often ends up wealthier than someone who invests large amounts occasionally. Regular deposits create momentum. Momentum builds habits. Habits produce results. Now let's talk about the third part of the strategy, increasing contributions. Whenever income increases, savings should increase as well. This prevents lifestyle inflation from consuming every raise. For example, with a $10,000 raise, instead of spending the entire increase, invest half. Lifestyle improves, but wealth accelerates at the same time. Over time, this approach creates powerful results. Each raise becomes an opportunity to strengthen the system, and eventually the system becomes self-sustaining. Investments generate returns. Returns generate additional returns. Financial momentum builds quietly in the background. This approach also protects you from one of the biggest traps in personal finance: the assumption that a higher salary automatically means greater wealth. Without the habit of increasing contributions, a raise simply funds a more expensive lifestyle. With the habit, every raise accelerates your progress toward financial independence. There's another benefit to this strategy: peace of mind. When someone saves consistently, financial stress decreases. Unexpected expenses become manageable, opportunities become accessible, and financial decisions become calmer because money is no longer chaotic. It becomes predictable. Predictability creates confidence. Confidence leads to better decisions. Better decisions strengthen the system further. Imagine knowing that every month, a portion of your income is automatically building your future. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to worry about whether you'll have enough to save. The system handles it. That certainty reduces the mental load of money. You stop waking up wondering where your next paycheck will go. You start sleeping better because your future is already being funded. This strategy doesn't require extreme sacrifice. It doesn't require eliminating every small pleasure. You can still enjoy your money, travel, hobbies, and experiences. The goal isn't deprivation, it's balance. Spend intentionally, save consistently, invest regularly. Over time, this balance creates something remarkable: freedom. Freedom from constant financial stress, from living paycheck to paycheck, from making life decisions based on necessity instead of values. And that freedom doesn't appear overnight. It grows quietly, month after month, year after year, all because of a simple strategy: save consistently, invest consistently, increase contributions when income grows. Repeat long enough for compounding to take over. Now let's return to the study of self-made millionaires. 2/3 of them never earned a six-figure salary. They didn't inherit wealth. They didn't get lucky with a single stock. They simply followed this strategy for decades. Their wealth grew not from what they earned, but from what they kept and allowed to compound. They made saving automatic. They invested in simple, diversified assets, and they raised their savings rate whenever their income increased. That system, repeated over time, made wealth almost inevitable. Eventually, you'll look at your financial life and realize something surprising. Wealth didn't appear through one dramatic decision. It appeared through hundreds of small, consistent actions working together. That's the saving strategy that makes wealth almost inevitable. If you're just starting, begin with one change. Automate a small percentage of your income into a separate account. Next month, increase it slightly. When you get a raise, split it, half to lifestyle, half to investments. Don't worry about perfection, just build the habit. Over time, the habit will build your wealth. And decades from now, you'll look back and see that the simple strategy you started today was the one that changed everything.